Hello, everyone. Uh, I see that Mike and Charmaine's here, so thank you for coming. I don't know how long I'll be going tonight, but we'll go for a while. I, as it says, only got 28 more working days. That's 7 more weeks. I will retire on April 10th. Once again, for those of you that don't remember, and then I'll get my place cleaned up and cleared out, and I'll go back to Indiana to visit my sisters and my nieces. My nephews, well, one lives here in New York, one lives in Florida, and the other two are in different states. My two great nephews. So I probably won't be able to visit them unless I run into them in Indiana. Uh, right now, I just found out yesterday, one of my sisters, the older one, she dislocated and broke her ankle. So she's in the hospital. She had it relocated last night and had surgery today to fix the break. So she's going to be in rehabilitation for a while. She's still in the hospital. She'll be there for a couple days probably before they decide where to move her. And how long she'll be in regular rehabilitation, I don't know. Knowing my sister, if she had her way, she would go back home. So she would prefer to be in her own house, which I understand, but she can't take care of herself, not in the condition she's in right now. My other sister has got a husband and a daughter and a granddaughter she's got to take care of. She can't be responsible for. And besides, if she would fall, uh, there's no way she could help her. Just no way. And she would need somebody there the whole time. Like I said, she can't do that. Uh, so uh, she'll be probably in rehabilitation for a while. Then maybe, hopefully, she'll be able to go home. But depends. Maybe till her ankles completely healed. I have no clue yet. When I find out, I'll know. But I still will go home and see her in late April, first part of May. I'll visit with both my sisters and my nieces, my niece and great niece, that is. And before I come back, before I move to Philippines. So yes, that's still on, even though this is going on. I don't know how long I'll go tonight. A friend of mine and her husband, they're down visiting their daughter in New York City. She's in college down there, so they're coming back tomorrow. But her mother is in her late 80s, so I spent last night over there, kind of, just to make her feel better, feel safer. And I'll do the same thing again tonight. I'll go there and I'll spend the night, and then they'll be back tomorrow sometime. So that's it. I just go over there late night. She feels perfectly safe and comfortable because she's home a lot during the day by herself anyway. She just prefers somebody to be there when she's sleeping. And so I'll get there before she goes to bed. She doesn't go to bed till late at night. And when I get up, she's already up. She always beats me up. And she doesn't go to bed when I get there. She stays up a while after I get there. So she sleeps less than I do, in other words. And a lot of older people don't sleep a lot. That's just the way it is. I happen to be one that on my days off I sleep more because I sleep very little on the days I work. I get about 4 hours sleep or so on the days I work. But like I said, I had this planned and we're going to do it. I won't go over there till after 9 or about 9, somewhere in there. So I got plenty of time. And if any of you guys got questions, go ahead and ask them. I'll try to answer. I thought about trying to send some stuff by sea cargo. I still thinking about maybe doing that, but I'm not sure. And if I do that, I'll be taking probably stuff I don't need. That's why I haven't decided to do it. I mean, I'd be taking like movies and some books and stuff like that. Uh, the only way I would do it is if I decided I needed to take something that uh, like an extra CPAP. I'm taking my main one, my newest one, but I use my old one occasionally. My older, not my oldest one, my the one I had just before this one. I got to set up in my bedroom right now, so when I come home, if I need to, I can lay down and take a nap when I go over and stay with her mom. And so it's still usable. It's it's a little bulkier than the one I got, but it still works. So I'm debating on not whether or not to send it over. If I do, I'll send some other stuff with it. But that'll be probably a last minute decision. And then I'll have somebody hold on to it till I get an address to mail it to. And because, like I said, once I get my apartment, I plan on staying there for at least 6 months, if not longer. So that'd be plenty of time to have it shipped over to me without me having to worry about me missing it and arriving and I'm gone. Uh, I still have to decide how I want to handle my mail. I am thinking about getting what they call a virtual mailbox. I do know I'm going to change my address on my phone. Not my phone. Listen to me. On my driver's license, and right now I'm leaning towards keeping a New York address. Leaning towards having my nephew's address as my address. My nephew lives in a little town called Elba, right outside of Batavia, and he's living there. He's got a house there. It's actually his mom and dad's house. He lives there. So I'm thinking about using that address. And if I do, I'll get the new license. I have to go to Batavia to get the driver's license. I don't believe I can do that here, but that's all right. I have Mondays off. I can pop up some weekend, visit with him for a couple days, go in on Monday, apply for my new driver's license, have it mailed to him, and he can hold on to it because they mail it. Some states they give it to you right away. Other places they mail it to you. New York mails it to you. It takes a couple of weeks before you actually get it, which just means I'll have to go back up and visit him again to get my driver's license. They'll either take my license I got now or I'll be able to use it. If they take it, they'll give me a temporary license, and I just show that if I get stopped. So I won't be driving illegal. But I do want to change my mailing address from my apartment. I don't want to keep an apartment address. I'm also thinking about maybe talking to the Social Security people and see how much of a hassle it would be to just put down that I'm living overseas. I don't know how much of a hassle that would be. Oh, finally. I've been having trouble with this phone. I didn't want to, it was doing some stuff and not wanting to come up, and now it's come up finally. So that makes me happy that it's up. But so we can put this up. I can look over here and go here. But yeah, I'm hoping you guys are still there. No one said anything since I've come up. I mean, Charmaine was in first, then Mike. Mike said hi to Charmaine, but I haven't got any messages from anybody telling me that they're here. Yeah. I'll tell you, if somebody's in there, let me know if you can hear me. I just typed that in. So, if you can, let me know. That way, at least I know somebody's out there. Yeah, that's. I'll tell you. We got about 3 to 5 inches of snow yesterday. If you saw my YouTube short video that I put up yesterday, we ended up getting almost 5 inches total, but it's above freezing. It's well, it says it's 0 Celsius, but I know it's warmer than that. It's probably about 1. I know my phone says it's 34 degrees Fahrenheit, so that makes it about 1 Celsius. So it's just above freezing. Now, it may get down below freezing tonight, but right now it's above freezing. And all the main roads are cleared off. The snow's all been removed. Hopefully they dry up before it gets too cold. We got Jerry coming up. Hey, Jerry, how you doing, man?
Hey, good evening.
Well, thanks for coming up. How you doing?
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm using an external mic.
Okay.
So, let's see. I don't know how that.
I can see it.
Okay.
Looks like you got it attached to a magnet.
Yeah, this is from the DJI gimbal.
Okay.
But this one either came defective or somehow got damaged.
All right.
But I got the same brand as yours. The gimbal.
Yeah.
I have a Hohem, and that's what I had before the DJI.
Yeah.
That one lasted a few years.
The iSteady 3 before is what I had. Now I got the iSteady 4.
Yeah, I got the iSteady. But mine is called.
My iSteady 4 is for the action camera.
Yeah, I remember the video. Mine's an iSteady Mobile Plus.
Okay,
it's just for cell phones.
Yeah, that's a 3 as well, I believe.
Yes,
I still have that one, but I'm going to give that one to my nephew. I don't want to try to take 2 iPhone gimbals with me. Maybe taking the wrong one, but that's just the way it is. You take what you can. And so, yeah, like I said, I don't know if you heard me earlier. Like I said, my sister fell yesterday, my older sister.
Oh, that's not good.
No, she dislocated and broke her ankle. And they
at home?
Huh?
Was that at home?
Yeah, my younger sister was there with her, and she was getting ready to take her to the doctor for, I think it was just a regular checkup. And so I know she had an appointment, so it wasn't like they were going to the emergency room. It was an appointment. And she was had her hand on her back to help steady her as she got in the car. And I don't know if she slipped or if her twisted her ankle and she went down. But lucky enough, she didn't hit her head or anything.
Yeah.
Because my sister was there, and lucky my younger sister didn't go down. And so they couldn't get her up, so they had to call the ambulance 911, and they came and took her to the hospital, and they checked her ankle there, and they said, well, it's probably broke, because the way she reacted when they touched it.
Yeah.
It turned out it was dislocated and broke. So they relocated it last night, put a brace on it for a little bit, then they did the surgery to repair the break this morning. And my younger sister went by and checked her, and I called her this afternoon and talked to her for a while. And I just talked to her earlier this week myself for about, I don't know, well over a half hour, almost 40 minutes. And so I know she's going to be in rehabilitation for a while because she's not going to be able to go home for a little while because she lives by herself. This is the one that my mom and one of my older sisters that passed away used to live with this sister.
Mm.
And then my mom had to go in the nursing home because of, dementia. And then my other sister just passed away in August, so she's been by herself since then. And she's gotten lazier. I mean, I love my sister to death. I really do. I love both my sisters. But my older sister, she's stubborn, mule-headed. And I call myself lazy, and I am a little bit. but nothing like her.
Mhm.
And partly due to depression, but she was lazy before. But she had somebody around, and so she did some things. Since my sister passed away, from what my other sister tells me, she doesn't even leave the house hardly. She goes almost nowhere and just doesn't take care of herself.
Yeah, sad.
Yeah, so
I do.
I gave her an earful when I talked to her today about not taking care of herself. I told her, I said, look, if you can't take care of yourself, you're going to have to go in a assisted living or a nursing home because nobody else can take care of you. Like I said, my younger sister, she got a husband, a daughter, and a granddaughter, and she's, she can't. She would need, especially right now, she would need somebody there 24/7, and there's nobody can do it. There's just too much going on. And plus, if she falls, ain't a person in my family gonna be able to pick her up. Like I said, she makes me look small, and I'm not a small boy. So
No.
like I said, I did let her know that she's got to start taking better care of herself. But
Yep, especially once you get older.
yeah,
Not the same.
yeah, well, yeah. I mean, this sister, she's been retired for over 20 years. Now she's only 76. She retired at 55. All right. So she'd been retired 21 years. She retired on her birthday when she turned 55. She was a Teamster. And in the Teamsters, 20 years and 55, you can retire. Well, she had 35 years in when she hit 55. Now, she wasn't a truck driver, but the job she had was the Teamsters was the union she was in. And so, like I said, when she hit 55, she had 35 years in, she retired and she hadn't worked since. And as time's gone on, she's gotten lazier. And that's not good. Now, she has sleep apnea like I do. And she also has thyroid problems like I do. But I've gotten bigger than what I am, and I'm getting myself down some. It's taken me a while, but it took me years to get up as big as I was. And so she needs to start working on that. I've told her before, you need to move more. Just get up and walk around if you don't want to go outside, just walk around inside the house. Walk up and down the hallway and around the living room and dining room. Just get up and move every so often. And then the more you move, the longer you can walk. Then maybe later on you can go outside, walk half a block up and come back. But she doesn't do it. And so I don't know. But I'll go see her I'll go see both my sisters. And like I said, my niece and my great niece, all four of them before I leave. Hey, Tim, thanks for coming, man. He
Yeah,
says
that's
hi,
not
Gary.
that. What was that?
I said, Tim says hi.
Hey, Tim. Next time that I'll go back to Philippines, I'll be pretty close to Tim.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
I'll come visit you when you're over there. I may visit
Yeah.
Tim. When you going back? Let me know that. When are you going back?
I was hoping 2027, but I don't know yet. I was hoping 2027 with all the stuff that happened, kind of pushed me a little bit financially.
Yeah. Well, I'll probably visit Tim before that, but I'll come visit again
Yeah.
to see you.
Well, Tim's closer to Manila. It's just
Yeah,
Bulacan.
Tim's on the island of Luzon.
Yep.
Yeah, he's about halfway between Subic Bay and Manila. I think he's a little closer to Subic Bay, but I could be wrong. See, when I was in the Navy, I was in Subic Bay, Olongapo area. He's in Angeles Clark area.
Does Subic Bay have a?
He's about an hour and a half from Subic Bay.
Yeah, he's not that far away. Does Subic Bay have an airport or had an airport in the past?
I think so.
Or not necessarily a huge airport, but just
Yeah, it's not the one in Clark would be much larger.
Okay.
That's an international one. You can fly right into Clark. You don't have to go through Manila if you don't want. You can fly, like I'm flying to Tokyo, and I believe from Tokyo, and there might be a couple other cities as well. You can either fly into Clark or Cebu, and not go through Manila.
Yeah, you avoid Manila if you can.
Yeah, I'm going right into Cebu. Tim says Subic is close. He says it's about an hour away. I was thinking it was an hour
Oh,
and a half, but about an hour. He says.
it's close.
Yeah. See, Subic Bay is where the Navy base was at, and right outside of Subic Bay was a city called. It's still there. Right outside of Subic Bay is a city called Olongapo. And now I may be mispronouncing it, but that's the way it's spelled: Olongpo, Apo, Olongapo.
Yeah, I follow Subic Bay Johnny and him and
Yeah.
his wife. They're always in that vicinity, in that either Subic Bay or Olongapo.
I think they're in Olongapo more, but they do go to Subic Bay.
Yeah.
I used to follow him a little bit, and that's an
He's,
area I may go visit, but it's later on to go visit. It's not a place I want to go visit right away.
He's younger than you, I believe. He's probably mid-60s, I'd like to say.
He could be. I don't know how old he is.
Yeah, but I'm not sure what branch he served.
If he's there because that's where he served at, it was either Marine Corps or Navy.
Might have been probably Navy.
Because Clark would be Air Force and Army. Angeles City, Clark would be Air Force and Army. Subic Bay was Navy and Marine Corps.
Can you hear the music?
Huh?
Can you hear that music? Let me see if I can mute. No?
No, I can't hear it.
All right. I put they're playing the music really loud. If it gets too loud, then I'll have to say goodbye. I put this thing at noise reduction now.
With noise reduction, those things are supposed to cut out a lot of background noise.
Yeah, I hope that it'll cut out the music in the back.
I can't hear it, so right now.
Okay, that's good.
So now, if anybody else can hear it, they can say it. Tim says,
Yeah, I don't want to.
Tim says Clark is 20 minutes from where he lives, and Clark is where you'd fly into if you flew into to see Tim. And
Yeah.
but yeah, so like I said, I'll end up going seeing Tim whether I fly in or take a ferry. I don't know. I don't know exactly when I go. It may not be till 27.
I would. For me
just,
to be able to go through where Tim is, I would go through the expressway there, and I would get off on Dow, where the bus terminal is.
yeah.
Dow.
I don't know where the area Tim's. I just know Angeles City and Clark.
Yeah.
And they're about maybe from Clark itself to Angeles City, 15, 20 minutes, something like that. They're not real far apart.
I don't got any interest in I have no interest. I don't know how it's changed much from COVID. COVID, you know how what's that guy from Philly? Philly, I forgot his name.
Well, there's
what's the Philly guy in his name? He used to be, I think, a guard in a prison, and then he's married to a Filipina.
There's Tim says Dow is 15 minutes from him.
Oh, that's not that far. I've been there numerous times, or not numerous. I've been there several times when I've gone on my way to Pangasinan or Baguio.
Yeah. There's Phil in Philly, Phil in Pennsylvania.
Can't remember his name. I stopped following him.
There's Phil in
Philly in the Philippines or something like that.
Yeah, there's Philly in the Philippines is what Tim says.
Yeah, I used to follow him, and but I didn't like the thumbnails.
Yeah. A lot of times they use thumbnails trying to get people to watch.
Yeah, but that's a distraction. That's a deterrent for me.
Yeah, especially if it's not going to be, has nothing to do with what they're saying.
Yeah, exactly. I've seen many of those. Has nothing to do with
Thank you. Thank you for coming, Tina Marie. Says Tim
has nothing to do.
Yeah, Tim says his real name is Brian.
Yeah, Brian.
But so yeah, it just I you know, people do it. I I'll follow somebody a little bit just to see how I like their content, and if I don't like the content, I'll drop out. And it's nothing against it, just content that doesn't appeal to me. I'm not saying there's something wrong with their content. It just it's not what I want. You know, it's not what I'm looking for. Uh, it's like you take what's his name, regular guy. He doesn't appeal to me. You know, it just he's got his content's not really bad. It just it's not for me. Uh, there's a couple others they got good following, and some of their content I don't mind, but not enough that I want them where I'm checking out every video they got. You know,
Yeah.
and there's a couple I've been following that later on I'll probably drop. So we're just trying to figure out. And some of these guys are new over there, so I'm kind of following because what they're going through is present day, you know.
Yeah.
But and if I see them, I'll talk to them. I got nothing against the people. It just I can tell their lifestyle, my lifestyle is going to be different.
Yep.
But some of the stuff they're covering is very prevalent to what I'm going to be doing, and so I'm following that. But like this one guy, he wants to travel a lot more than what I want to. He's a lot younger too. He's probably in his 50s. I've enjoyed his videos, but once if I meet him, fine. But it's and there's another guy. He's in his 50s too. I think he's retired military, and he lives more upper end style, and he seems like he wants to drive around the island of Cebu, which could be interesting. Like I said, I'm not saying it's stuff isn't interesting. It just once I get there, I don't think I'll be following him because it'll be stuff I'll be doing. So why do I want to see him doing it? You know?
Actually, it's like who I forgot what there was one of them that said, "I don't watch him because I'm already here."
Yeah.
So what he does there is what I do. Same thing. So that's I can't remember who it was, but I agree with what you're saying there.
Yeah. Like I said, it's one thing to watch it before you go, but once you get there, do you really want to watch basically almost the same perspective of what you yourself have?
Yep.
Like I want to go see Top of Cebu, and I've seen videos on it, but once I get there, I don't want to see somebody else's video on it. I'm going to go see it, and I'll probably do a video on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the Magellan's Cross. I'll go see it. And what's that? San Pedro Fort San Pedro. There's a lot of things that I've seen videos on that I'll probably video myself, and but it's it's not somebody. Nothing against the people doing it. It just I don't want to be influenced by once I get there by other people. I want to go see it, make my own judgment, do my own video, and right now I have no desire to get monetized. That can always change once you get there and start doing things. But my plan is not to get monetized. I really don't plan on getting monetized. I just don't want to deal with the headache with the taxes.
Yeah. You got to report that 1099. This year, my 1099 came in about a week later than last year.
Yeah. Like I said, I just don't want to deal with it. Now later on, like I said, I may change my mind. Dan didn't do it for a while, then changed his mind. I may do the same thing. Dan is monetized, and for a long time he wasn't because he didn't want to deal with the taxes, and then he decided, well, it's not that bad. He'll deal with it. And But like I said, I may do the same thing. We can't, I can't predict the future. All I can say
Yep.
is I'm not planning on it. That's it. It's like I thought I had my room for the first 2 days taken care of, and when I went to look for it, it turned out it wasn't. I'm still staying at the same hotel, but I didn't get quite as good a deal as I had because the room I was wanting was already they were completely filled up. I couldn't get that room. And I forgot to tell them I was going to be single, so I booked double occupancy, which costs a little more than if you're a single occupancy. But it is set up. Everything's set up. And it was still a good price, don't get me wrong. It's just not the room I was originally wanting and not the setup I originally wanted. And it was a little cheaper the other way because it was single. But those rooms were all filled for the time frame that I'm going to want it.
Yeah, I would have preferred just a one queen size bed.
Yeah. I also got it set up that they will pick me up. At least the last I heard, they'll be picking me up from the airport. They gave me the driver's name and the plate number and all that stuff, so I'll know who it is. So I don't have to call somebody. Which that's one of the reasons I picked that hotel. It's not the only reason, because there were some others. Hey, Mike, thanks for coming back, man. And he said, hi, Jerry.
Hey, Mike.
But, yeah, I like the idea of, I mean, I don't have to worry. They know I'm not getting there till 10 o'clock at night. But I booked up because I think check-in's like 2.
Yeah.
So I got to pay for the whole day, but that's all right. The hotel's there. It's ready. So, and I did the 19th and the 20th, those nights. So the 21st, I'll be changing to my other hotel. And it does include breakfast. So I don't have to go anywhere but the hotel to get my breakfast if I get up in time. I don't know if I will on the 20th.
I didn't like the breakfast from the hotel there in Taguig. I would just, when I booked the hotel, I say no breakfast, just a regular rate. The hotel just outside the hotel, there's a 7-Eleven, and I just buy from the 7-Eleven.
Like I said, my understanding it was the price included that. The price I was quoting included the breakfast.
That's good. But some of them do include it, but not many.
Yeah, but I was booking through Expedia. And so now maybe when you go in person, they give you the choice. I don't know. But Expedia, they're going to get as much money from you as you can by including the breakfast. They can get a little bit higher percentage of the cut. Is what I figure. But that's all right. Like I said, yeah, I'm flying into Cebu itself. Cebu, I'll be staying at the first 2 nights will be in Lapu-Lapu. And Felicity, Felicity, I believe is the way you spell it, Island Hotel. And, but yeah, I'll be staying there for 2 nights, and then I'll be moving to downtown Cebu itself for 8 more nights. And there's a couple places I already know I want to check out. I want to see the rooms. The rooms look decent. There's a market, Metro Park. It's got a 1-bedroom apartment. I want to check it out. I mean, it's a hotel, but they have a 1-bedroom apartment. Like, I want to check it out, see what it costs. They got a swimming pool and a gym. It's not in the bubble, but it's close to the bubble. We'll check it out. We'll see if we can afford it. Where I'm staying at, the second 8 days may have something similar to it. I know they have long terms, but I don't want to book that online because you're going to be paying more if you book it online. You know that, and I know that.
Yep.
And the bubble, Mike, is what they call the IT Park area. If you live in IT Park and our business park, that's considered the bubble. because there's a lot of expats in there. You don't have to leave that area if you don't want. Everything you want is inside IT Park. You can just stay right there and never go anywhere. You got grocery stores, you got restaurants, you got banks, everything is right in there. You don't really have to go anywhere. And it's called the Bubble because there's a whole lot of expats, and it's a little more expensive because of all the expats. So it's almost like you not left the West. They just call it the Bubble. Fuente Circle. One of the guys that I work with who's planning on moving to the Philippines, he's looking at Fuente. However you pronounce that.
Fuente.
Fuente.
Yep, Fuente.
Circle. Circle. But I think he's looking more at Mango area, Mango Square area, which is not too far from Fuente Circle. But he's looking at some places there. He wanted to. There's one place, but they only have. If you're not there by 8:00 at night, which where his flight's going to be, he may not be there that time of night. You can't check in. You can only check in until 8:00 at night. And so he says, well, that's not going to work. So he's looking at places where you got 24-hour check-in, and that one place had it. That's cool, Tim. Tim says getting off the plane in Clark, getting luggage, clearing customs, and immigration is usually 30 minutes or less to the outside, to get outside. Mm-hmm. That's not bad.
Not at all.
Yeah.
It's better than...
It'll probably be that or less for me because I'll be getting in at 10:00 at night, so I figure it's probably not very busy that time of night. I could be wrong. But I think most people would try to get there earlier in the day, I would think. I just took the best flights I could and cheaper flights I could get. Because like I said, I don't want to spend all my money getting there. I hate to say how much money I've been spending here the last couple of months. But my electric bill this month was over $300.
But it's been so cold also.
Well, that plus the cold bothers me more than it did last year. And it may be because the heaters aren't working. The heater in my living room, though, is fairly new. I did a video on when they put a brand new one in for me because it went out. Lucky it wasn't cold enough at night that I froze. I just had to sleep under some blankets, and my bedroom has a baseboard heater. And then, like I said, that when I got up the next morning, I got a hold of them, and before the end of the day, it was after hours for them, but Mike says just sold a cell phone, made $500. All right, rub it in, Mike. But anyway, they came over and put it in. It was after their normal work hours. It was probably around 5:00 at night. They took the old one out. They happened to had a new one there. So they took the old one out, put the new one in. And the new one had a thermostat. The other one, you did it by the dial. You just pushed on the thing like you do in the hotels, those kind. Well, this one's got a thermostat. They put it over here on this wall beside my dining room, my living dining room, whatever you want to call it. It's living dining room is one room, table. And but it worked quite well last year. But man, I really do think that the cold's bothering me more as I'm getting older. Because I've had to heat up more often. Hey, Kevin, thanks for coming, man. We appreciate it. Now, Kevin's leaving right about the same time I am, unless something changes. He's leaving, I think, the day after me, or the day before. I think the day after. Yes. Yeah, Mike, when I made the hotel arrangements, they wanted to know what time I would be getting there and what flight I'd be on and all that. So they know I'm not getting there till 10 o'clock at night, a little after. They know the flight number and all that stuff. And then they sent me the information. Well, they sent the information before with the driver's name, the license plate, that good stuff. And now, Kevin, when you say I'm here, do you mean you're in the Philippines already? Is that what you're saying? Because I know you weren't going this early, but I know you might have got out early. You were talking about it. Well, I hope everything goes smoothly, Mike. It'd be nice for your wife to be there with you. She'll enjoy it. And so, yeah. Now, you mean she'll be in Canada with you? Has she ever been to Canada before? I don't think she has she, Mike? But yeah, so it's everything's starting to come together. I'm putting off doing some things I need to do. And that's just cleaning up around the apartment, getting rid of stuff. That's what I'm putting off. But we're gonna have to get on it here soon. Yeah. I think I told you guys yeah, it does, Tim. I agree with you. It does sound good. My rent is going up. Next month will be $400 more a month than this month. Yes, they're going to come pick me up. Let me see something here. Give me a moment. And yeah, like I said, it's FELICITY, Island Hotel. There's booking reservation for pickup on day of arrival is depending on driver availability. We need the details of arrival to schedule the driver. Please take the note, the details below, and that gives me the vehicle, the VIN plate number, the driver's name, the driver's cell phone number, and stay secure. And like I said, I sent them all the information they needed. And so they know I'm coming. They know the time. And so, yeah, when I got that, I sent that. I think when I made it the first time, I didn't confirm by not sending that information. But I was never charged, so it's never confirmed. And that's my fault the first time. And then when I noticed it, when I made the second time, I thought I saw what was going on. I made the confirmations and everything else, so everything's set. Yeah, she's never been there. And no more sleeping along. That's cool too, Mike. But yeah, Kevin says his wife and son can't wait to go back to the Philippines. They've had enough here in America. Taxes, expenses, and the cold. Well, Kevin, I agree with him. I've had enough of the cold too. We got about 5 inches yesterday. Somewhere, I'd say minimum 3, but more likely 5. I didn't get out and measure it. But, yeah, it was, it's getting to where I just can't stand the cold anymore, the snow. I haven't liked snow for years, but I could always take the cold. I still can take the cold. I just really dislike it anymore. The only good thing about the cold is it kills off a lot of the bugs. the outside bugs, what in your house is not going to be killed off. But man, I cannot wait till winter's over, and for a couple of reasons. One, the winter will officially be over before I retire. Now, whether it's over or not, as we all know, officially is one thing, in actuality is another. And for those of you in the Philippines that have never been to the United States or anywhere cold, there's a date that they say winter's over. It's usually around March 21st, somewhere around there. But you can still get snow in April and May. So, I mean, winter will officially be over before I retire. And hopefully the snow will be done before I retire, by the time I retire. But we don't know. And now, in certain parts of the country, you can pretty much count that it'll be done. There you go, Tim. After this, if I want snow, I'll just look at it on a TV screen or on a movie screen or something like that. I don't want to see it in person anymore. I'm done with it after this year. I wish I could have knocked it off before this, but unfortunately, or fortunately, depends on how you look at it, I did not plan well when I was younger. So, and then my mom got sick, so fortunately I was still home. If I'd have planned better, I'd have got out of here a lot sooner. I probably would have had to came back. But so yeah, it's just it is what it is, I guess, you know. But yeah, we'll get to the Philippines when we can. We know the dates we're going, but we can't get there before that, so we'll get there when we can. And then we'll start enjoying the warmer weather. Now, some people say it's going to be really hot and humid. I'm sorry. After this winter, I'm ready for that. It may take me a year or two to get used to it, but I'll eventually get used to it. Just, you know, who knows how long it's going to take, but that's all right. There's air conditioning. There's the evenings. If it gets real bad during the day, the hottest part of the day, I just won't go out. Or I'll go somewhere where it's air conditioned and stay there and not run around during the day. That's what I plan on doing when I first get there. I don't plan on running around a lot in the very hottest, most humid part of the day. Go out in the morning, get whatever you got to take care of in the morning, or go out in the evening at about 4 or 5 o'clock at night and get everything taken care of while it's cooling off. That about noon to 4 or maybe 11 to 3, somewhere in there, stay inside somewhere. Stay out of the, you know. So that's what we plan on doing, and we, you know what they say: if you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans. I mean, you know, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know, I'm making plans, and it'll be up to the good Lord if I get to keep the plans the way I want them. But you know, we'll find that out when I get there. But I do know this much: I'll be a happy camper if I don't ever have to see another snowflake. I don't ever want to see another snowflake after I leave Earth.
Nope. But, don't blame you there.
No. If I had to come back to the States, let's say I go over there and for some reason I have to come back, I will get out of the Midwest. I probably would stay at my sister's or my nephew's here in New York. My sister's in Indiana, till I can save up a little money, and then I'm down to Florida or Texas. I'm getting away from the cold as quick as I can. And if I got the money when I come back, I'm not even going back to those areas. I'll just go straight there. I mean, there's areas in Florida that they're not the tourist areas. They're not the rich areas, so they're affordable. Now, how far away from those areas they are, I don't know. But I've seen places advertised down there. It looked like maybe a modular home or a double wide trailer that had the pitch roof.
Yeah.
30,000.
I'm getting ready to go back inside because it's dark already.
Yeah. Like I said, $30,000 down in Florida in certain areas. And that's to buy it, not to rent. That's to buy. So, you go down there, you can probably find something fairly cheap to
Can you
rent.
still hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you. You said you're getting ready to go back inside because it's getting dark. We appreciate you coming in, though. There you go. Got some light there.
Yeah, it's dark. It's just because the sensor light. By the time the girlfriend arrived, so I don't know when it arrived. So it'll be much fresher or cooler.
Yeah.
It won't. It'll be in the 70s tomorrow. Or high.
That's good.
Well, I'm signing off. Yeah,
All right,
it's better
Jerry.
than 90s that we were yesterday and the day before.
Yeah. Hey, Dan, how you doing?
All right, so I'm signing off, Larry.
All right, Jerry. Take care, man.
Likewise, you and everybody else have a good night and good day.
All right. Take care, man.
And likewise, take care.
All right. Yeah,
Bye.
Dan, only 28 more working days, buddy. That's it. 28 more working days. I cannot wait, man. And that'll be just about a month after that, a little over a month after I retire. It'll be like a month and 8 days after I retire. I'll be on my way to the Philippines. So, yeah, we're looking forward to it. And so I retire on April 10th. And like I said, I'll have to get rid of my furniture as much as I can and maybe just junk the rest of whatever I can't sell because I'm not taking it with me or give it away. But like I said, I got to start going through a little more, like the clothing I'm not going to start getting rid of some clothing, going through some stuff that I got in my storage closet, seeing if there's anything I want to take or sell. I'll get through that stuff. I still got to pack, and I won't do that till April. I still got to pack my second bag. I'm taking 2 check bags and 1 carry-on. My check bags I'll leave at a friend's house because I'm leaving from here, so I'll leave it at my friend's house. And the 2 check bags, I'll travel with just my carry-on, and I'll use that to go visit my family, and then on my way back, and I'll get everything cleaned up and be ready to go. I'll probably do my laundry the day before I leave, and so the only thing I'll be dirty is what I'm wearing. I'm leaving on a Monday, so I'll do my laundry Sunday night, and then I'll take off, and everything will be packed up, and I'll just have everything ready to go, man. I got all these DVDs and CDs I need to get rid of. I don't know if I'll try to sell them or just get rid of them. I gave a bunch away when I moved down here. I used to have almost 300 movies, and some were VHSs and stuff, so I got rid of all the VHSs. I don't know what I'm going to do with these movies. I'll maybe just give them to my nephew and my friend's daughter if she wants them. And I'll decide what to do with the CDs, yeah. But so that's, like I said, that's just stuff that I just gotta sit down and go through and try to decide what I want to do with it. Because it's just it's been a life accumulation. Most of it, not all of it. Almost all of it actually been accumulated since I moved out to New York, and I might do that, Dan. But then I might just give them to my nephew and tell him to sell them, and we'll split the money because he's more into that than I am. I don't have a Craigslist or anything like that. He's done that kind of stuff before, and like I said, my nephew helps me out. Hey, Jen, how you doing? Thank you for coming. We appreciate it. But so yeah, like I said, he helps out his dad a lot. He helps out his mom a lot. He's not a rich man by any stretch of the imagination either. But but he does okay. But I mean, he's helping me out too by letting me use his address for a home address. When I change my address, I'm going to be using his. So I'd like to help him out a little bit. And oh yeah, there's my rice cooker. Yes, people, I cook rice. I cook noodles. I cook potatoes. And I do cook Spam. I had Spam this week earlier. I got some ground beef done. I'll fix something later with ground beef this week. And cook some Spam maybe next week. But yeah, just everything seems to be lining up to go. And I still, like I said, I still got a couple things to do. Now, how much money I got that's not, let me look at my thing. Passport, check. Visa, I'll get that up on arrival. How long will I visit? That's yet to be determined. I promised myself at least a year. I plan on doing more than that, at least a year to make sure I like it or not. But I plan on trying to do at least a year and a half to 2 years before I decide whether or not I want to stay. I do believe I'll end up staying because I do believe I like the weather. It just may take me a while to find the right place for me to stay. But it says how to get your money. Well, I have a couple of ways of getting my money right now. Probably need a third one. Virtual mailbox. I'm a little iffy on that. I haven't decided how to do that one yet, whether I'm going to do a virtual mailbox or not. Then it's got how to ship things. I got that figured out. And e-travel, I can't do anything about until the day. I'll probably do it the day I leave, maybe the night before. So as far as my checklist goes, almost all of it's done outside of the virtual mailbox. And decide whether or not I need another way to get money. I have 2 banking accounts. Both of them I can pull money out without international fees on the money. The one, like I said, if I do it through a ATM, will it reimburse so much of the every month of ATM fees? I think it's something like $15 a month, maybe more, but somewhere around there. So that's the one I'll use mostly, but I can transfer money from that to that one. I know I have PayPal. I haven't figured out how to send PayPal to myself. May not try to figure that out. Hey, Christina, how you doing? Thanks for coming. And so, and there's a couple other things I got to figure out how to do, but that's all right. We'll get it done. But yeah, so we're getting there, and once we get there, like I said, it's just right now. It's just trying to figure out, excuse me, the final few details, and mostly it's going through this stuff here in my apartment and figuring out what I want to do with it. Do I want to give it to some family members? Like I got this, here, I'll show you here in a minute. As you can see, it's angels with their wings back to back. It's got this giant, what they call chimney. And a candle. Now, I am contemplating on giving this to one of my nieces. Or my friend, maybe her daughter. Let me set this somewhere where it won't break. Okay, right back. No, we'll just leave it set over here. The reason why I want to give it to somebody in the family or a friend who happens to be a friend of my oldest sister made that for me years ago. I'm afraid if I tried to ship it to Philippines, it would break. That's, that was made a ceramic pottery. She made it. You know how you get to pay. I don't know if you've ever done that or know somebody that's done it where they fire it up and they glaze it. And well, like I said, my oldest sister made that for me. She made a few others for some other people, I think, and she gave it to me. Now I've had it for years, and as you can see from the candle, I lit it once just to get the smell. Then I put the candle out and never lit it again. And I clean it once in a while. I need to clean it again. But I'm trying to be careful with it because, like I said, I don't want to break it. And so I have to figure out who to give that to. I'm thinking about taking it back to Terre Haute and, like I said, give it to my niece or my great niece. Now, my great niece still lives with her mom because she's only 16. But thinking about giving it to one of them or my friend's daughter, who my oldest sister and her got along quite well. And maybe giving it to my friend who thought of my older sister as her sister. They were really good friends. So maybe one of them. It'll be up to them. If they want it, I'll give it. But I haven't decided yet. That's something I got to decide. Like I said, these are small details, but details that's going to be taken care of before I go. And I can put it off for so long, but only so long. Eventually, it has to be, all right, this is going here. It's going to this person. In some ways, I like to do it here. Less chance of getting it broke by traveling. But if I pack it right, I could take it back to Terre Haute, probably pack to not break it. I'd be more worried about the chimney than I am the angels. And if I only took the angel back, if they could use that as a flower pot. But yeah, that's why I said it would never survive. I got some other things that I've had for years that people gave to me, and I've kept them because people gave to me. That won't survive the trip, and so there's no way I'm taking it. And I think I've shown you guys before. I got that little Christmas tree. It's got the snowmans in it and all that. That was a gift. I got a nutcracker, a Christmas nutcracker. That was a gift. But those things aren't going to survive the trip. And I got a little like Christmas dish that looks like a train. Those things aren't going to survive a trip to the Philippines. Not without professional packing and a whole lot of money. And yeah, they're nice gifts, but I'm not going to take them. It's just stuff I'd have to worry about until I really decided. I may do that with some of the stuff, but if I can sell my furniture, I'd rather sell the furniture. And so that'll depend, because I have a electric recliner that's still in really good shape. I got a sleeper sofa that the sleeper part's never been used. I'll have to open it up and make sure it's not been damaged some other way. But those things are very expensive. Both of them. They're bought at a very expensive furniture store. I'm not going to say how much money I spent on that stuff, but quite a bit. Then I got a couple end tables that cost quite a bit. So I'd like to sell those. I like to sell those 4 things at least. Get some money out of that. Like I said, I got it's a cheap shelf that could go to the Goodyear, or if somebody around here in the apartment complex wants some of this stuff, I'll let them have it. So, I mean, I don't mind. I got an old coffee table that's well over 60 years old. I don't know exactly how much, but I know it's like 60 some years old. Hey, Michelle. It's been damaged, but it's still very sturdy. I'll have to try to decide what to do with it. I haven't decided. I got a cheap chest of drawers that can be given away. If I get a few bucks out of it, that's fine. So yeah, like I said, but some of this stuff I can't do till April. I need it to live, although I can get rid of the movies and the CDs. I can do that before then. And yeah, USA and Australia. Yep. So Michelle, I hope you're doing well. We appreciate you coming to show support. And only 28 more working days. Hey, we got Dan coming up. Hey, Dan.
We're walking along the mean streets of Manila.
All right. I don't play. Hey, Man Minnie. Hi, Man Minnie. Hi.
How are you?
Not bad. Good to see you.
See you too. Take
Yeah.
care.
We're headed.
I got
We
28
just
more
got up.
working
We're
days.
headed for Starbucks.
I said 28 more working days.
Yeah, you're getting there.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, right now, most of the stuff that I can do outside of the little stuff around the apartment is done. Outside of deciding whether or not I want a virtual mailbox or, that's the only thing that I really got left to do.
Oh,
I'm not sure if I'm going to get a virtual mailbox. And Dan, Michelle Live says hi.
hello. How you doing, Michelle?
But,
Man, it's so noisy here.
well, you're in a city. What do you expect?
Yeah, it's Manila. Hanging with the fellas.
Plus, it's what? After 9 o'clock in the morning, so it's not like it's going to be slow. I mean, probably still part of rush hour, isn't it?
No, it's early in the morning, 9 a.m. on a Sunday.
Oh, that's right, Sunday over there. Sorry, I was thinking work week. But yeah, you're
We're
right.
headed over to grab the first cup of coffee of the day.
Already had 2 of those. much earlier. Well, on my days off, I have 2 12-ounce cups of coffee. And but now,
Right.
who knows how much I'll drink once I retire? Maybe more. But yeah, I was looking at Metro Park. Right?
Yeah.
They got a 1-bedroom apartment there. I looked at it. Now I don't know what they cost.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but they showed like they have a 1-bedroom apartment. So I figure that one's probably a long term. So once I get over there, that's one of the places I'll look at.
Yeah, we could sit there. Do you want to?
I'll see what 18 Suites has, and I'll check a couple other places. But that I like the idea if I can afford a small 1-bedroom to have it in. But I'll take a studio.
So they got one there, huh? They got one. They got one available to rent.
They look like they had one there.
Wow.
It didn't say what floor, but but it didn't look like it was real big, but it doesn't need to be.
You want to talk to? Are you getting something?
Yeah, you want coffee?
Huh? Americano,
Americano?
grande size, grande.
Grande.
Yeah, grande Americano. Oh, you're waiting for me to pull money out of my pocket, huh? Stand by. Stand by.
Well, somebody's got to pay, Dan.
Huh?
Somebody's got to pay. It's not
Somebody
gonna
has
be
to
me.
pay. That's right. Anyway, that's great, man. You got to get over there and take a look.
Yeah.
But like I said, so let me tell you about the Metro Park, right?
Yeah.
I like the grittiness of the area. It can look intimidating at first, but it's not. It's just like any place in the Philippines.
Yeah.
And so it's a little bit gritty, but I mean that neighborhood right there is up and coming. So they're just opening up a brand new 7-Eleven, just opened a few days ago. And they have a coffee shop locally there across the way from the building.
Now,
But the thing that I liked the most about it were how friendly the people were.
All right.
Amazingly friendly. I mean, they're the friendliest staff in that place that I think I've ever met inside of any hotel, and that would keep me coming back forever.
I do have a question for you. Is that close to
Yeah.
what they call the bubble?
Yeah, it is. Well, it's a 15-minute walking distance.
That's close. That's close.
It's close. So you have to come out of the hotel, turn left, then make a right onto the main street, and then you just walk straight down. It's about a 15-minute walk to IT Park, and then once you're in there, you got Ayala Central Block Mall, and you also have the bus station that's near there that will take you to anywhere you want to go in the Philippines.
Well, I mentioned the bubble, and I don't think Mike, married to a beautiful woman, knew what I was talking about because he said the bubble. I said, yeah, it's IT Park area, business park area. It's where a lot
Right.
of is where a lot of expats live, and you got almost everything you need in that area. You know,
That's right. You'll
inside
run
you go
you'll run
inside
into
IT Park, you
people.
don't have to leave.
Yep. Although, when I first started coming here, I would say that folks used to walk up to you and introduce themselves, and that doesn't happen anymore because I guess there's too many of us.
Yeah.
There's too many expats living in there. So,
Yeah, but like I said, in the bubble area, that's where a lot of expats, and it's called the bubble. Like I was telling Mike, in my opinion, I think they call it the bubble because you don't have to leave that area if you don't want. You got everything you want right there inside the bubble. You got the restaurants, you got the grocery store, you got the mall, you got banks. You wouldn't
That's
have to
right.
leave that area at all.
you have a lot of expats. Yeah, they live there.
They
But
got
it's
better
not
internet.
it's not an area that's really that big. I would say that after about, I would say 2 or 3 weeks, you pretty much know the lay of the land, and and so after a while after a while, I wanted to venture out. I'll tell you
Yeah,
that.
I'm just saying, no,
Uh,
if you didn't want to, you wouldn't have to.
Right. Right.
They got everything,
They have everything that a person needs in order to survive. That's
Yeah,
true.
like I said, they got they got the better internet usually, and because
Yeah.
that's where the call centers and all that are located in those areas.
Right. They're in those areas. Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll run across a lot of call centers there and around Ayala Business Park also. So Ayala Business Park is, I think, a different area. So that's near Ayala Mall.
Yeah, but
And so you also,
that would still be a bubble area.
that's another bubble area, which I would say I tend to like a little bit better, but it's also very, very expensive. That's the area where the Red Planet Hotel is, and a few other places that people talk about all the time.
Well,
Yeah.
as you know, I've never claimed otherwise. I will be on the lower
Well,
end.
truth be told, let me be fair about this, right? I'm just thinking that area you can pretty much access both of those bubble areas, IT Park and Ayala Mall. It depends on how much walking time you want to
Well,
get in.
also, you can just grab a jeepney or something and go down the
Right.
street.
Right.
Well, I'm just saying,
Well-
you can't walk. You can't walk to the one if you need. If you need to, you can grab a ride, a bus or something down to the other. But I
Yeah.
like being able to walk as much as possible.
Well, it's so strange, but you can't. For example, I'm trying to think of how you have to learn the jeepney routes because they don't go direct. Some of them don't go direct from one mall to the next, right? I mean, it's the strangest thing. You think that they would? You think you'd be able to go to Ayala Business Park and then jump on a Jeep and go directly to IT Park? But no, they make it a little bit difficult. So, for example, if we're leaving Ayala Mall, Center Mall, we're leaving Ayala Center Mall near Ayala Business Park, we have to get on a Jeep and we have to go to SM Cebu City. And from
Okay.
SM Cebu City, we catch a Jeep that comes back to IT Park. I mean, it's the strangest thing, you know, or the Metro Park Hotel.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the strangest thing, but I think it's because it's some kind of anti-competition kind of thing they got going on there.
It could be.
You know?
Like I said, it'll be fun learning. And like I said,
Yeah.
I may, if I,
But you could walk the whole thing in about 30 minutes. That's the whole point. 30 to 45 minutes, you could walk the whole thing.
well, right now with my foot, I don't want to walk much more than 15, 20 minutes because after about 15
Yeah.
minutes, my foot starts hurting. So
Yes, from
if
the
I can
Metro
get somewhere in
Park.
15 minutes, I can sit down and have a cup of coffee or something else. Then I can get up
Yep.
and walk another 15 minutes or so.
It's a beautiful life, I'm telling you.
Well, like I was
I
saying,
absolutely
earlier,
love it. I was
Okay.
just thinking about something, Larry. I would like to share with you, but it's so when I first retired, that first month, you know, that I was retired, that we were still in Sacramento, was
Yeah.
strange. It was very strange,
well, it's going to be
not having to
strange.
go to work. Yeah, because what I found myself doing was getting up at the same time to go to work, getting up at the same time, and heading over to the Starbucks, sitting there and watching everybody in a hurry to grab their morning cup of coffee to get out of there was kind of strange for me because I'm sitting there and I'm looking around. Everybody's looking at me like, why don't you have to get up and go to work? You know, why don't you get out of there, get your coffee, and get up out of there and get to work? I'm sitting there going, you know, and so it was, the transition was awfully odd. It was peculiar. I felt uneasy.
I think my first 2 weeks will be a little different. And I mean,
Yeah.
it's going to be odd. That's what I'm saying. It's going to be odd for me in that
Right.
I'm going to
Right.
be here and I got to remind myself, I got to get this done. I got to
Right.
get this done. Because,
Oh, you know what, Larry? How does copyright music work on live streams? Do you have any idea?
No, I don't.
Oh, I gotta bail. I gotta bail because I'm getting copyright music blaring over the speaker. They
All
just
right,
turned it on. They turned it on just now.
I'll be back on next week, but
I'll-
I'm gonna shut down here in just a few minutes anyway. I gotta go check
All right,
on
we'll-
French mother. I
we'll
gotta go
chat
see
you
her
later.
French mother.
We'll chat you later.
All right, man. Take care. Thanks for coming up. We appreciate it. All right. Bye, Dan. Bye, man, Minnie. Take care. And Dan's frozen. All right, everyone. Dan just dropped down. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and shut this one down. I want to thank everybody for coming. And we're going to go ahead and shut it down, and we're going to get ready to go over to a friend's house. Because, like I said, I'm going to spend the night watching with her mom. Her mom's late 80s. She feels better. Somebody's there at night with her. She, like I said, during the daytime, she doesn't care. I usually don't show up till after 9 o'clock anyway, and she's always up. When I get up to go to work in the morning or leave, whichever it is, well, when I go to work, a lot of times I'll beat her up. But if I'm going home, which I will be tomorrow, I'll just be coming home. She'll be up before I get up. So we're going to do that. I want to thank you all for coming, and thank you for the thumbs up. And I hope you all have a good night or a good day there in the Philippines. I want to remind you guys to take care of yourselves and be kind to each other. So stay safe, stay healthy. Plus, as always, have fun. All right, bye, everyone. See you next week, hopefully.